Peplink has just released a new version of its flagship mobile 5G router, the Peplink MAX BR1 Pro 5G. So what's new about this new version, which does come at the same price as the previous version? We'll have details after the break. Hi, I'm Andy with the Mobile Internet Resource Center, and today we're going to talk about the latest product release from Peplink, which is the Peplink MAX BR1 Pro 5G with an X65 modem. Now, this is a follow-on variant to the original BR1 Pro 5G, which came out a couple of years ago, which has the X62 modem. Now, there are some differences between this new model and the old model, but the major difference is that this contains an X65 cellular modem, whereas the older model contains the X62. Now, these both modems are part of the same family, but the X65 is the more powerful version, which has higher peak theoretical speeds, should have higher real-world speeds, supports more carrier aggregation, especially on 5G standalone networks. And the reason why that's important is that now all three major networks, AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile, now all support 5G standalone mode. If you want to know more about those changes in the carriers' networks and other developments, see our three-part video series and our companion article on the most recent developments in the cellular industry to explain why 5G standalone is such a big deal. Now, this new router with the X65 is going to be able to better take advantage of those newer 5G standalone networks than the X62 can. However, since these are in the same family, the difference may not be enough for you to consider upgrading from the X62 model to the X65 model. But if you are in the market for a MAX BR1 Pro, you definitely want to get this newer model rather than the older model, because it is at the same price at $999 as the X62 model. Now, if you are shopping for this, you'll want to make sure you'll get this model, and you do need to look for the specific model number code, and we have the details of that in the article that accompanies this video to make sure that you get the current X65 model and not the older X62 model, which will still be in distribution channels until it sells out. Now, as far as other changes to the BR1 Pro 5G with the X65, it is a little bit longer. It's about a ½ an inch longer than the previous model. So for those of you who are upgrading and have this installed in your system, you want to account for a little bit larger size than the previous model. The other big change is that this model now supports power over Ethernet as a power option for the router. The LAN port 1 here supports PoE in to provide power for the router. However, the router itself cannot supply power over Ethernet to power other Ethernet devices. So that's an input only, and that's a nice feature to have for certain niche installation considerations where you may want to install this remotely. And it's specifically designed to work with Peplink's new Antenna Max series of rooftop dome antenna systems, which combine one or more routers plus antennas, and even Starlink in one of the models, that you can put in an all-in-one unit that's installed on an RV roof or up on a mast on a boat. So that is a nice feature to have. And additionally, there are some other minor updates to this model over the previous one, which we go into in the attached article, which you can find in the description below. So that does it for the new product announcement for today and Peplink's latest model. It is great to see finally more X65 models come out, which are going to be able to take better advantage of the advances from the carriers in terms of their 5G standalone support. So we appreciate you watching, stay connected, and we'll see you next time.
These videos are brought to you by our premium members, our mobile internet aficionados. They make it possible for us to track this news and create these videos. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to our channel, or better yet, consider becoming a member yourself.